Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
Whether it's an insurance company I'm working with or an insurance broker, or I'm working with some other company where it's a go-between. And even with some of the companies that aren't even go-betweens, just, from initial sales, you're talking about, especially larger companies. Okay, you're the person that's selling me the product. So you've sold me on it. And now you hand me off to somebody. We've created the relationship. We've established the trust. And now you hand me off to somebody else. And I'm like, or what am I doing? What number am I calling? Where am I going? If you got to do that for the scale of your organization, have a process and a system to make sure that if there has to be a handoff, that you're doing it in a really gentle way, in a way that really, makes sure that that relationship that was started is maintained, because we all know what happens to a company if that trust,
quality over quantity, right? Quality over quantity. You don't need to do it the other way. Like, you can do it the right way, and people, I feel like it's what the things we didn't do. See, what's the new Darren telling the old Darren, or what do you want to do when you grow up? I think I still want to do this, but we could just do it in the right way. We could do it in the right manner. Just really educate people. Really, don't just try to sell them a house. Just because it's a $500,000 house and it could be a $10,000 commission, that doesn't make it right to sell them the house.
And let's dig a little bit in this, because you're talking about the real estate market and the mortgage piece of it. Talk to me a little bit about, before we jump into that full-fledged, you're talking about recession proof. So what are a couple of different things that you would say to somebody they're looking to go out and buy a house? Now, I think everybody knows what the market is right now. It's a seller's market for sure, right? There's less inventory. There's more people buying, that sort of thing. And in some ways, people are desperate, whatever, however you want to say it. But what would be your approach? You're looking to get into property, but you want to make sure you're recession proof. What is the approach?
So two things are going to happen right now, right? You're either going to overpay for a home, or you're not going to get it. That's been the trend, right? So those two things have to come into play, right? If you overpay for a house, my theory is you have to want to buy the home. You have to want to really love it. Don't just get into it. Now, the theory also is hold, right? And then sell, right? We're going to buy and then hold, not wait. And I think the more influence that you get in waiting that there's going to be a good deal, the less possibility you're going to buy a house, right? So we definitely want to buy and then hold. And that'll probably keep your price down a little bit. It's hard to determine where and speculate. Again, I'm trying to get recession proof. So how do you do that? One, definitely don't go beyond your means. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you think your price range is $2,500 and you're paying $1,000 or $1,500 in rent right now, and that big jump, it's not just the mortgage. There's other utilities. There's other expenses involved. There are things you're going to need moving. The cost of moving. Now, if you're moving from an apartment or a home and you've lived there for so long, you need a dumpster. There are things that people don't realize about buying a home that still you need more than just, hey, I got 10 grand, I want to buy. So in terms of recession proof, what do? If you know you're buying a house, don't go and buy a car too at the same time. Those are things that you really shouldn't do. Now, does everybody listen? No. People think it's like worse. They buy the house, then they buy the nice car, and then they buy the really nice car, right?